It's a brand new month. It's Wednesday, midweek. It's February. Wednesday, February 1st, I'm GHK Lall on Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Welcome to the National Outlook. I trust and I hope and I pray that the rest of the week will be constructive and progressive for you, and so too will be the month of February. Exxon to kick off public meetings for 6th oil project month end, despite 5th project awaiting approval. How could that be? We don't have the 5th project officially approved, but we are already Exxon is already marching ahead without a care in the world with public meetings for the 6th project. Exxon is racing ahead. It's racing ahead of us. We are lost. We don't know. We barely know what we know. We don't know what we don't know. And we're allowing this very sophisticated, very untrustworthy American company to keep walking all over us. So it's going to hold public meetings. And I did notice from the newspaper coverage that the one for Region 4, which is somewhere in Georgetown or one of the nearby outlying areas, is to be determined. Maybe they'll have several for the Region 4 area because it's so heavily populated, East Bank, East Coast, and so on and so forth. But public meetings, what's the purpose? To tell us what? When Exxon is asked a hard question, it says, well, you've got to talk to your government about that. When it's asked different questions, it says, no, we're not here to talk about that. That's beyond the scope of the meeting. Quite frankly, from what I've gathered from the previous public consultations, they're a joke, they're a farce, they're a sham. Guyanese are being taken for a ride. What is happening is that the PPP government and the people who are leading the way with this oil are going to say, well, we did have public consultations and you were informed beforehand and you had every opportunity to be involved, and that's how a democracy works, and that's clean governance and good governance. Well, if the whole thing is a setup from the beginning, who wants to be a part of that? I don't. Do you? Do you want to be a part of that? So we go there and we get into Exxon's face. Whatever his name, Mike Ryan. I don't think Mr. Alistair Routledge turns up at these things. And you go there and you ask questions and you don't get answers. Refer to your government. Or they dodge you. So what good are these public consultations? Is it what Guyanese from my time used to call monkey motion? I think that's what it is. I think it's nothing less than monkey motion, these public consultations. If from the ones before that were held, it could have been gathered or concluded, but look, these things have some value to them. They have some substance to them. And it's worthwhile for us to go there and articulate our concerns and our questions. Then I would say yes. The fact that the 6th public consultation meetings are happening before the 5th is approved tells me that Exxon is saying, well, regardless whether you approve or not, we are moving ahead. And you are going to approve because we have been given that guarantee behind the scenes. So, part of a farce? I think it is. I don't know why Guyanese still have any belief in what is going on with our oil. Exxon has got our government where it wants it, and it's not going to let it go. And the Americans, my fellow Americans, have contributed to that. They told the Guyanese about democracy and free and fair and human rights, and now they have the economic rights to our wealth. I'm GHK Lall on Kaieteur Radio, 99.1, 99.5 FM. You've just listened to the National Outlook.